We're back, and I'm sitting here with Robert. Robert, you're in our shelter right now. You're at Bread of Life, correct?
Yeah, my name's Rob,
Rob,
and
I'm sorry.
Rob. My name's Rob, um, and I live in the Bread of Life mission, or the Bread of Life, which is behind me, and I'm very grateful. Um, they've helped me a great deal with food, shelter, and clothing. I've
Mm,
got my shoes. These shoes are from Bread of Life, and my clothing is from Goodwill. So
that's great.
I'm very grateful.
Robert, tell me a little bit about your story. What brought you to Bread of Life?
I was in San Francisco in the year 2014. I heard that Seattle wanted construction workers.
Mm,
So I hitched all the way up here, and it was good construction work from year 2014 to 2019. And then COVID hit,
mm,
and they closed everything down.
mm,
And after 2019, um, everything went online. Everything went online, which meant that they were very careful with the people they employed. They went through
mm,
databases and stuff like that.
right.
So if you haven't got a really good background, or if you've got a tiny few blemishes, the databases nowadays really sort you out.
Mm,
So that's a problem with a lot of us. We've got
mm,
two or three slight blemishes, but the databases push us to the bottom of the
right.
employment agenda.
Yeah.
But anyway, 2019, COVID closed us down, and then day labor went down,
Mm,
and the housing shot up. The housing went up in price. I can't afford the housing on the day labor wage.
okay, so you were a day laborer,
Hmm.
and yeah, and you just couldn't afford housing. So you were housed before. You
Um,
just early
here,
on.
here, I wasn't
Mm,
housed in 2014. The Bread of Life housed me.
okay, I see. And so, yeah, the cost of living is pretty high. You really can't afford housing on minimum wage here, even, let alone just day labor, right?
Well, when I arrived, uh, day labor was $11 an hour in year
Mm,
2014, and then they had a big shift up, I think,
right.
in year 2017 or 2018. But when I arrived, it was $11 an
Mm.
hour.
How does it feel to be working really hard and know that it's not enough and that you can't afford housing? That
Um,
must be hard.
the way it worked, and the way it does work is that at the end of the day, you get a paycheck, and
Mhm.
then you buy cigarettes. Uh, this is the way it worked for me, so I speak for myself and myself
Mhm.
alone. You buy you buy cigarettes, a bottle of beer, and a fried chicken, and then you fall asleep on somebody's porch or stoop.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah.
like a cycle. It's like a cycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a true cycle.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think there are a lot of people that are living that cycle right now.
but
Yeah.
this is why this is so helpful.
So tell me how tell me about your experience coming to the mission for the first time.
Um, One day I was in the library, going up and down the elevator, and somebody said there is a mission that can actually cover you a bed. So I listened on the elevator in the library. I was on the elevator, and I listened to I overheard conversation. So that's how I clued into this.
Mm. And how was it when you first came in? Did it feel like a relief, or was it just really strange? What was your experience when you walked through the door?
Um, anyth- Anything's better than the street.
Mm,
So when I come in, I was very grateful. A
that's
lot of
great.
us, a lot of the day laborers think this is very important in their lives, and
Mm,
I do too.
yeah.
I did then.
Besides warm meal, hot meals and new clothes, what has the program done for you? What are you getting from the program?
Um, it's allowed me to step out of the rat race. It's allowed me a few minutes to build myself up.
Mm,
It's allowed me to get resituated, to start
mm,
organizing my life in little ways. it's allowed me time to organize a different way of living.
That's a great way to say it, Rob, because we all need that sometimes. We all need it. And every day we need that in our home, to be able to go home at the end of the day and let down, but also every now and then in our life we need those times. And so people who are on the street don't have that opportunity at all. So I'm really glad that that's what we've been able to give you. Um,
Well,
go
one
ahead.
interesting thing is I used to work in day labor, but I didn't have a watch. So I used to sleep outside of the door
So you wouldn't be late?
so I wouldn't be late.
Oh,
But living in this, they wake you up at a certain time, so I'm never late and I can sleep inside. So
mm,
that's how important it is. So
wow. You have a job at the mission, right? Like everybody does chores at the mission, just like my kids did chores in my house, when we all had chores. What is your chore? What do you do?
um, um, my chore is to do diner.
Mhm.
In diner, I clean the tables, sweep the floors, and keep everything clean and tidy. I mop and sweep the diner,
Mhm.
and it's a job that needs to be done.
Uh-huh.
And I do that from 4 until 7
That's
every
great.
day.
You
So
take pride in that job, don't you?
yeah, I don't. I mean, it needs to be done, and you get to know the people, and you naturally clue into it. It's like it's not just a task. You kind of clue into it. It needs to be done, so you clue into it.
You're more than just keeping things clean. I see you as a host there. You're hosting the meal. Yeah. And I
But
appreciate that.
it's a job that needs to be done.
Ho- um when you're coming in off the streets like this, and you don't have a job or whatever, how important is it to have something like that, like a chore or something you're responsible for?
Um, I think when we come into the mission, we're loaded with problems. We're loaded with problems. We're loaded with a difficult outlook. When we
Right.
come in, we're loaded with a difficult outlook. And I think this does bring structure into our life. It brings us structure. It brings
Yeah.
slight meaning and structure. It's
Mm.
something we can accomplish. It's something we can do. It's something we can dedicate ourselves to doing. I mean, it's like a bit of clarity in a world of clutter.
Mm.
So it's very helpful.
I love that, Rob. Yeah, you say that very well.
It's true though. When we come into the mission, our lives are pretty cluttered,
Chaotic.
and messed up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do you have goals for what you want to do?
um, I, I'll quote John Lennon because this is John, or John Lennon, but if it fits me, John Lennon said, "Life is what happens between plans."
Oh,
So
yeah.
I make plans and then life happens. So I remember that, and
Yeah.
so my planning is restricted to the way life works for me. So
Right. But the staff there is helping you to kind of move forward and establish plans on what you're going to do moving forward. And
yes, they have they offer resources and
mhm.
insights, and they're edging towards opportunities. I'm
Mhm.
very grateful.
That's great.
Um, One other thing, the people at Bread of Life, a mission, some of them are very intelligent. Some of them have traveled the world. They really
Mhm.
have. But they've hit a really rocky spot.
Mhm.
And this really is helpful. Uh,
Mhm.
some of them are very nice people, and they've really hit a really strange and rocky spot.
Yeah.
And this is what I'll say.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful.
What what would you say needs to happen to change the homeless situation and the crisis that we're in? What needs to change?
Um, um, the first thing I say is we want money. That's honest. It's honest. But maybe that's just a short-term relief. That's a short-term issue. Um, I think if they could simplify how to obtain a home or how to move into yeah, a home situation, if they could
Mhm.
simplify it a little bit,
Mhm.
maybe we can the corridor of movement, if they could
Yeah.
simplify that.
We really desperately need workforce housing for, people who are, more affordable housing. I know that coming from New York, upstate New York to here, my rent on half the size house I used to have is 3.5 times what it was in New York. That is nuts to me. I cannot imagine somebody who's doing day labor or minimum wage how they can even think about renting.
Well, most of us who do lay labor actually build these skyscrapers. We actually are
Yeah,
on it, building it,
yeah,
but they're far beyond our means.
yeah.
But I think the Red of Life is really helping people do what they can with what they've got.
Hmm.
We're very
Yeah.
grateful.
Well, thank you. If you could tell people what, how should I put it, what you would like them to know about seeing homeless people on the streets or their attitude about it, what would you like them to hear?
Um, Maybe a little empathy or a little sympathy. Um, Maybe they should realize that homeless is in the old days, I suppose, the way you looked at it was pretty flat, and the way you looked at it was linear. It's like,
Mhm.
but nowadays things are changing so quickly that I think a lot of people already have changed their opinions about being
Mhm.
homeless.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are changing their opinions.
Mhm.
Like it says, life is what happens between plans, and a lot of people
Yeah.
have a lot of plans.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, but I think um, a little sympathy would go a long way.
Mhm. Seeing you as a person, not a problem. Yeah. I I so appreciate you, Rob, because when I walk into the mission, you always have a smile, and you've taken that job in the dining room. Just you've just taken it on, and I see a light in you, and I see hope in your eyes.
I
So
appreciate it.
I'm so glad you're here, and I can't wait to see where you go, because that's what we want for you. We want a life and a future. So you're on your way to that. And I appreciate you sitting here and giving people a face to the people that we serve. So thank you.
A lot of, like I said, a lot of people are surprisingly from different walks of life
Uh huh.
and from different levels of
Mhm.
society, and things are changing sometimes too quickly for some people,
Mhm.
and especially if you're not educated in computer science or stuffing,
Yeah.
that must be mentioned a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're not in that particular career, you can be left behind in a very quick way.
Right.
But that must be mentioned a little bit.
Yeah, we're moving at a very rapid pace in our society today, and we need to make sure that we're not leaving people behind. And but at the same time, the trades desperately need people,
Yes.
so we need to make sure that that there's training and helping you guys get educated in something where you can make a living wage. I don't know if people realize a living wage means that they can live within the kind of average in society. And so that's not minimum wage. Minimum wage barely makes the bills. But somebody who can work and have a paycheck and enough left over after their rent and food and basic uh, needs to maybe go to a movie or go out to dinner now and then, that's a living wage. And so we want to help you guys in the program to get into jobs and get trained so that you can have a living wage. And you'll be so much further ahead that way. So, Rob, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, thanks. We're going to go to a quick break.